Main course dish, I'm going to be doing white rice with mahi mahi and butter sauce and vegetables. So right now I'm just going to cut the vegetables, put them into a baking dish, and put them to bake so I can get started on the rice and the mahi mahi. So right now I just have some carrots and broccoli, which is going to be the veg for the main dish. I'm just going to cut them into even pieces so they can go into the baking dish. Put them in rows. Right now I'm just continuing to cut the broccoli and the carrots and placing them into the baking dish. So to make sure we have a good amount, enough to fill up the baking pan. Okay, so I got all my vegetables into a baking dish. Just going to put some butter, some black pepper over it, and probably some salt to season it up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have some butter, salt, and black pepper onto our veg. Our veg is in the oven, and next I'm going to start on the mahi mahi with the white rice and butter sauce. These are the ingredients I'll be using. I have some packaged mahi mahi, flour, salt and black pepper blend, seasoning, oil, white rice, and salt. First thing I'm going to start on is the rice. For the rice, we're going to be using 2 cups of rice and 3 cups of water. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put the 3 cups of water into the pan and get the water hot, and then I'm going to start to wash the rice. For the rice, we'll just be using a basic pot with 3 cups of water in it, and now we're gonna get started on the rice. So for the rice, we have 2 cups of white rice right here. I'm just going to put it into a small bowl and run some water over it and strain it out a couple of times to clean it. So now that our rice is washed, we're going to go back to the pot and add a couple of ingredients. We're going to add a little bit of vegetable oil. Prevent the rice from sticking. A little bit of salt from the salt and the black pepper mix. And some blended seasoning. There. We're going to leave the pan to get to a boiling temperature. So coming back to the rice, now that the rice is boiling, so coming back to the water, now that the water is boiling, we're going to add our 2 cups of rice to the boiling 3 cups of water. Going to get a spoon, that around a little bit. We're going to keep the heat at a nice 6 right now. When it reduces and the water starts to dissolve into the rice, we're going to bring down the temperature to about 2 or 3, even though if you want to slow cook it. This time we're going to remove our vegetables from the oven and we'll be right back. So now that we removed the vegetables and the rice is cooking, we're going to get started on the mahi mahi. So right now we're going to get started on the mahi mahi. The first thing you want to do, since it's packaged, you want to cut the package open, and then rinse it through cold water. Just take the fish out the package and run some cold water over it. Right now it's about room temperature, a little colder than room temperature. You rinse it, just pat it dry, use a napkin. Make sure it's patted dry, and that's it. Next, what you want to do, we're going to put just a little bit of black pepper and salt on each side of it, because we're going to create a sear so we can pan fry this fish. So black pepper and salt on each side. Then we're just going to get a little bit of flour for this one side and just kind of pat it down on that one side for the flour. Add some more for the next side. Just transition between sides to make sure that there's a nice coat of flour on each side. So after you have your entire fish covered in flour, then you're going to get a pan with a little bit of oil, and that's what I should have done before I started the fish. So we're going to get that pan right now. So we got our pan we're going to use to give the sear to the mahi mahi. We got some oil on it. Just want to make sure the oil gets hot and it's spread evenly throughout the pan. So at this time, we're just going to put the seared mahi mahi into a pan of oil. Make sure the oil is hot and make sure the oil is spread evenly throughout the pan. So when you see that you put the mahi mahi in the pan, it should be giving you a sizzling sound if the oil is hot enough. Make sure the oil is hot enough when you put the mahi mahi into the pan. So in the previous video, what I was trying to say is that when you're sauteing your mahi mahi, you just have to make sure that the one side is golden brown, and then when you turn your mahi mahi over, you get both the sides to an equal golden brown state. You wasn't able to hear me over the noise of the mahi mahi, so that's what I was trying to say in the last video. But right now, this is the finishing product of the mahi mahi. This is how it came out. As you can see, it has a nice color on both sides of the fish. Right now I'm going to prepare the butter sauce to saute the mahi mahi in, and we'll be right back. So first, to start off with the lemon butter sauce, we're just going to add half a cup of lemon juice. We're just going to leave that to get hot for a while. We're going to add some onions and some garlic to give it some flavor. Let's mix that around a little bit. And right now we're going to wait for the lemon juice to reduce a little bit. Okay, now that the lemon juice has reduced a little bit, we're just going to start to add small chunks of butter. About half a stick of butter, but you're going to want to cut them into 3 pieces and add them evenly. Make sure you dissolve each piece of butter into the lemon sauce. Now that we added all our butter, and add a little black pepper and salt and some dried oregano leaves. Our sauce is thick enough, and now we can add a piece of fish into the sauce. After adding the mahi, this is the finishing product of the mahi mahi and butter sauce. Next, we're just going to do the plate setup for the rice and the veg, and then we're going to add the mahi mahi to do the final dish. So now that we have the rice, the mahi mahi, and the vegetables done, what we're going to do, get a spoon of rice about into the middle of the plate. Vegetables. Add the mahi mahi. Some sauce on the top.